Hello, Callum Forbes here. This is a video on Tanjon Breathing. It's probably the most important video that I'll make on hep keto, and I'll cover this why later on. Tanjon Breathing is an exercise that we do as part of every class in hep keto, and many people don't really understand its significance or how to do it properly. And this video is really just a tuition video to help you improve your Tanjon breathing. What is Tanjon breathing? It's a breathing exercise that we do at the start of every class or during every hep keto class. It has a number of important reasons why we do it. It includes, it helps oxygenate the blood, improves the circulation, increases your lung capacity, expels toxins from your body, boosts your immune system, lowers your mental stress, and helps you also correct your posture, which is a big problem nowadays because of our sedentary lifestyles. So these are, probably the main reasons why Tanjon breathing is of benefit to you, and why you should perhaps look at doing Tanjon breathing as part of your everyday training routine. In New Zealand, we have a unique style of Tanjon breathing. I've been around, trained hep keto overseas in the USA and South Korea, and I've seen many different hep keto substyles, and none of them do the Tanjon breathing quite like we do. And our style of Tanjon breathing was brought to us by Grandmaster Jon Breathing, and as I said earlier, our style of Tanjon breathing is unique because it's army style Tanjon breathing, which is a little bit different from the Tanjon breathing you'll see in other hep keto substyles. So the Tanjon is an area a little bit below your navel, just down about two different fingers down on your belly button, and about here. And the Tanjon in Asian culture is a point in the body where energy from the universe, vital energy or key energy, is drawn in and then distributed throughout your body. In Western terms, the Tanjon corresponds exactly with your own centre of balance or centre of gravity. And why this is important, I'll cover this too later on in this video. Start Tanjon breathing talking about our from the ground up, our correct position. So first thing is to be aware, probably the distance between your feet, probably about 2 shoulder widths. Your toes are pointing forward, not like this, lose your balance. Toes are pointing forward and your knees are slightly flexed. Alright, so that's, some people may go slightly narrower, some may go slightly wider, depending upon their physiology. Some people will often do it from a horse stance, nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't the way it was thought originally. I just tend to, I do both, depending on what I want to achieve out of the session I'm doing. So starting, most people will do this, they'll be 2 shoulders apart, legs slightly flexed, and the centre of balance between the feet. And you want to develop an awareness of your centre of balance. This is one of the reasons why I do this exercise. So be aware of your balance at all times during your hep keto techniques. So you're in control of your balance, or you're controlling your opponent's balance. So Tanjon breathing is a regular way of understanding your own centre of balance and maintaining your balance in time and space and movement throughout techniques. The Tanjon breathing is really important in helping you understand where your centre of balance, centre of gravity is. So that's the position here, from feet together, knees slightly flexed, 2 shoulders apart. Go wider, doesn't really matter, doesn't make a difference. You go shorter, doesn't matter either. I just go to where I'm comfortable, which is about here. Next thing to do is talk about spinal alignment. Now, if you follow my sessions on structure and balance, you'll know that the master technique in keto is breaking balance, and we break balance by moving the spine of its natural line. So we want to be aware throughout these exercises of our spine position. We want to have a neutral spine, which is a slight curve here, and you're well balanced, okay? So what I see most people doing, a lot of people doing, they'll either do anterior pelvic tilt, that's sticking your bum out, or the posterior pelvic tilt is sticking your bum forward. Alright, I see a lot of people doing this, they're doing this, they haven't got the neutral spine. So if you're doing this and you have Tanjon breathing with your bum sticking out, sticking forward, you're actually wasting your time. So, I'm really particularly great interest in you walk around. I'll be checking people's spinal alignment, making corrections during class. Really important to get the spine, neutral spine, and you should maintain neutral spine throughout the 5 breathing exercises. So, feet, knees slightly flexed, neutral spine. So, Tanjon breathing your head is not like this, but just natural, right? Like spine. It's just bouncing like a spine in a natural position, looking forward. So in New Zealand, Hapkido, we're different in our side Tanjon breathing for a couple of reasons. The first being is our hand position. We have eagle claw, okay? So in our Tanjon breathing, our hands are eagle claw, right? So imagine our Hapkido eagle symbol, grabbing and striking. This is to develop strong hands for our techniques, twisting, pulling, grasping. Okay? A lot of other Hapkido styles will have the live hand or the key finger. Now, nothing wrong with either of those two positions, it's just different approaches of different Hapkido masters back in the old days. There's none are right, none are wrong, but our style of Hapkido, eagle claw. Okay? And I'm also very sort of picky with my students on this as well. Tanjon breathing number 1. Number 1 starts like this. Deep breath in, through your nose. Breathe down into here, into your centre of gravity, your Tanjon. So you count to 1. As you're doing this, the hands are coming in. I put them on my floating ribs. Some people put them on the hips, doesn't really matter. And I turn them over to the claw. The 2 and 3 I'm focusing on measuring that energy is flowing from here, out through here, into my hands, creating strength and tension in my hands. Trying to focus on the mind-body connection. So here, 1, 2, 3, and I imagine that I'm resisting, sometimes resisting my hands going forward to the 2 to 3 count, then on the 4, explodes out, comes back. Important that the hands come out fast and go back just as fast. You don't sort of here go that. It's 1, 2, 3, snap back, snap, eagle claw. So here again, Tanjon breathing number 1. Do that twice. Tiger students in my Tigers class only go this far, then we stop. We haven't taught them the other 4 yet. Number 2 is pushing out. So we're here, again making sure that we've got our centre of gravity, we're in balance, we've got our correct position, neutral spine, knees slightly fixed, etc. Bring the hands to here, breathe in, and as you breathe into count of 1, the hands are turning outwards into your claw. Then 2, 3, 4. Back to here again, 1, 2, 3. Create that tension right through the hands. Here, side on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In my own style of Tanjon breathing, I used to go lower than most people. I've sort of got the habit of now going to deeper stances of my Tanjon breathing. It's not the way I was taught originally, it's just the way I've just evolved my Hapkido in recent years. Nothing wrong with just staying like this. It's fine. If you want to go to lower spots like I do, helps condition the legs a bit better. Nothing wrong with that either. Just but as I said, I was not right or wrong. You choose what suits you. 3. Again, checking the spine's neutral, stance is correct. Bringing in. So here, out, eagle claw. 2, 3. Cross. Breathe in. Start pushing energy out into your hands. 2, 3. Bang. So bring it together, so hands come up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Number 4, pushing up. So we're here. You may want to shorten your stance a wee bit. Very important exercise here is to keep your spine neutral. So only go down as far as you can. Some people will go, stick their bum out. Okay, go on there. You want to retain neutral spine. So only go as far as you can down, retain neutral spine. Feet together, neutral spine. Gathering up, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front on. Here. 1. So here, front on. Down as far as your spine allows you to without compromising the neutral spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eagle claw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. Number 5. This one causes the most problems sometimes. Number 5. It's the reverse of number 4. It's going down. So we're here. Now I bring my hands, so my arms, my upper arm is parallel to the ground. Eagle claw. My thumb is 45 degrees out from my base of my outside my chest. Here. Here. Right? That's the position. Within here, start pushing down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the side on, like number 4, it's important not to go down too far to the point you compromise your spine position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Some people do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push the bum out. Do this. So you want to keep that body aligned properly. So make sure only go down as far as you can for the spine. These are the 5 Jon Keto Tanjon breathing exercises. Just some advanced material for those who are interested. I could do a whole day on Tanjon breathing. The Tanjon breathing that we do is tip of the iceberg, and it can lead into much more advanced breathing exercises, into meditation, into Qigong and Tai Chi. They all have the similar, breathing exercise, different techniques. The Qigong and the Tai Chi take the energy, meditation side and the energy development much further than we do. But as you get older, Tanjon breathing becomes more important, and I imagine if I'm 90 years old and training, I'll be doing Hapkido, probably similar, do it slow, do like Tai Chi or Qigong. So it's a exercise will evolve over time. As you age, when you're younger, you're going to be vital and dynamic. As you get older, you'll see the health benefits from it, and you'll probably go into a more meditative form of Tanjon breathing. It changes throughout your life. So why do we have 5 movements? And Grandmaster Lima told me why we had 5 movements. I've got a number of ideas why we have 5 movements. One of them is that the 5 movements help stimulate all the body's main meridians, which helps promote good energy flow. Also, it's a great isometric conditioning exercise for the whole body. The dynamic tension that we create in the breathing exercises and the whole body under the dynamic stress and isometric conditioning. So it's a great little isometric conditioning exercise for the whole body. There's that dynamic tension in the breathing. Take a little bit further, it's also there's a concept called kinetic chains, and a kinetic chain is basically where the movement of one joint influences the movement of another joint for the whole body in a series of linked kinetic chains of movement. And there's 5 major kinetic chains: posterior, anterior, lateral, deep longitudinal, and intrinsic. And the 5 positions, I need to do more research on this, but maybe the 5 exercises we do in Tanjon breathing help movement and conditioning along those 5 kinetic chains. This is something I've got to do a bit more research on myself. There's also the Chinese, Korean, Japanese 5-element theory, where they try to categorise and understand events in nature and in strategy and politics and throughout life in general through the 5 elements, and the 5 elements being fire, metal, wood, earth and water, and maybe the positions mimic the 5 elements. Again, it's something I need to do more work on myself, but from my point of view, the 5 exercises basically simply allow you to exercise the whole of your body under isometric conditioning exercises. The other things, but the meridians and the kinetic chains and the 5 elements, it's nice to think about. Maybe not, but for whatever reason, there's 5 exercises, and I've just explained why you may have 5 of them. However, one good tip for you is that the breath in stimulates 2 acupuncture points. Governor vessel 26, which is just below the nose, the little lip, and governor vessel 27, which is just above the lip here. So there's 2 little pressure points, GV26 and GV27. Now, in acupuncture theory, in acupressure theory, it is said that stimulating these points helps clear the mind and calm the mind down, helps strengthen the back, and also helps stimulate body fluid. And the breath in, as you feel the breath coming in, you do feel the tension, the pressure on this part of the mouth, which these 2 pressure points are. So that's perhaps another little bonus you can take out of it, whether you believe in acupuncture or not. I personally do, because it works for me. Whether that's placebo effect or as a natural effect, I don't know. But that's something else you can take away from these exercises, these 2 pressure points, GV26 and GV27. So Grandma Lee said to me, he says, do Tanjon breathing every day, never get sick. I'm fortunate that I've got to this stage of life I'm at where I've enjoyed very good health. I've never had any major illnesses or sick off work for a long time. And whether that's due to just luck, genetics, or daily Tanjon breathing, I don't know. But I do think that Tanjon breathing has helped me, until this point in my life anyway, maintain good health. And I do think that if you do your Tanjon breathing, you'll find that it will lower your heart rate, it'll lower your breathing down a bit, take less pressure off your heart because you're breathing less, and also help you calm your mind under times of stress. So, and if you're immune compromised, I think the Tanjon breathing is essential. So that's Tanjon breathing. As I said earlier, I could talk for hours on Tanjon breathing. It's a very deep, complicated subject. I'm just giving enough knowledge to put into your keto and to add it into your daily life. If you want more explanation of Tanjon breathing and other bits and pieces, a lot of good books I can recommend you to, or I could, point you in the direction of some good, other resources. So that's it, Tanjon breathing.